Salonani, welcome back again ku podcast yabantu. Namhlanje ngithe sibuye lapha sizoxoxa ngezinto noma ngithi ngezimo ezenzakalayo. But before we go there, I want you to go and comment lapha. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you think about what's happening. Qede lapha uyo follow AVG News. Mtheni AVG News. Qede futhi usicontact uma ngabe ufuna into zama camera, ufuna ukushuta umcimbi, movie, it's a short film, whatever. Ikhona iGoogle pictures laphana ukuthi ikuncedise. Namhlanje ngihamba with the familiar face, a familiar guest. Ngumfowethu ngokuncube. Mfowethu kunjani?
Hayi, ngiyaphila. Kunjani?
Ngiyaphila. Welcome. Yeah, it's been a minute. Sagcina kuphi konje we were in Dorfontein.
Yeah. Talking about my elections as a kind.
Yes.
2023.
I remember.
Yeah.
I think you don't really need introduction because you've been here. People now know you. Ongawazio will have to look for you, but go look for AVG News. That's why I mentioned it, because he's the one behind the news. A qualified journalist. Umuntu okudala simbona ebhala. At some point you were writing for the Zimbabwean, right?
Yeah, kakhulu.
Okay.
For some years.
We called you here to discuss the current happenings, whatever that's happening. I mean, we all know, especially if you're in Africa, South Africa and Zimbabwe to be specific.
Yeah.
What is this? What's happening?
I'll start with, I think Velama Zimbabweans, they're familiar with what is happening at home.
Yeah.
But of course, kulento entsha isenzakele esicabanga ukuthi izayenza izinto zibe worse. Ingezenza zibe ngcono, ingezenza zibe worse ukuthi iZimbabwe is very difficult to predict now. We know about the Cape 3, but maybe I will start with what is happening here in South Africa, because also it has a bearing in what is happening back home.
Yeah.
Kahle kahle into le so chicken and egg. Okwenzakala lapha kule bearing on what is happening back home, okwenzakala ekhaya it's got a bearing with what is happening here. Ukuba nzima ukuthi ukukhoza okunye ikuphi. But well, okwenzakala eSouth Africa right now akusonto enhle. And of course it's not happening to only Zimbabweans.
Yeah.
It's happening to every black African. It's happening to abantu base East Asia. I'm talking about Pakistanis, Bangladesh. Then it's also happening to Somali from Africa. It's happening to Ethiopians, happening to Zimbabweans, everyone, Malawi, Mozambique. Ziningi izinto ezenza kube kanje. Ngike ngakhuluma phambilini ukuthi ungathatha izinja ezilambileyo uzivalele ndawonye ekhejini. The next thing ziyaqala ukulwa. Ekugcineni zigcine sezifuna ukudlana zona zodwa.
Yes.
And this is what is happening.
Yeah.
And South Africa, just like any other country in the world, this is not unique to South Africa. South Africa, just like any other country in the world, is going through an economic downturn.
Yeah.
Izinto ziyamoshakala. Unemployment in South Africa is above 32% right now, 32.7%.
Yeah.
And that means 20 million people are not employed in South Africa, because it's got 63 million people.
20 million people around.
Now, Ambantu, there are those jingoistic political parties and those with jingoistic political ambitions. Labanya babe ngama chances have got now that leeway to say ukuze lengaqhatshwa is because they are foreigners, and they are even saying there is 100 million foreigners, which means ama foreigners asemanenge kulama South Africans. So what they are saying, I saw umuntu esitsho njalo esile so 100 million, and they inflate those figures purposely ukwenzela ukuthi umuntu on the ground akwati athi no iba basithathele imisebenzi. But kale besithi they are fighting illegal foreigners, but now they are fighting everyone. They're even fighting for EZEP to be cancelled.
I heard
when you are fighting against illegal immigration, and then you want to add another 180,000 people into that, because EZEP didn't bring Zimbabweans here. They introduced EZEP because there were Zimbabweans here that they were failing to deal with, that they were failing to account with it. Deportation had failed. So they introduced this to say, okay, let's take them out of first our asylum seeker system that they were overburdening.
Yeah.
Siba documenting ngendlela yabo. But now these people abanjengabo March and March, abo Dudula, abo Bani, Action SA, they are now finding that leeway because there are elections coming in November. Sebe City ukuze izinto zihambe kahle. Ama foreigners must be out. But like as I've said, we are talking about 20 million people unemployed. the official figures of migrants, whether documented or undocumented, athi ama-migrants around 5.2 million. There's no way that 5.2 million people can cause 20 million people to be unemployed. And maskuluma 5.2 million.
So the numbers are not balanced.
Balance. So when we talk about 5.2 million, we're not talking about your Zimbabweans, your Mozambicans, your Malawians. We're even talking about people from America, people from Israel, people from all over the world, including those that have critical skills, including those that have got businesses.
Okay.
Now, there are 5.2 million. And migrants that are employed in South Africa are less than half the figure. So around 2.6 million. Or less.
Yeah.
And we are saying, kulabanye were creating employment. You talk about abantu bamaspaza. Ngobani abagada amaspaza shops. They are South Africans. Akula Zimbabwean omthole gadi spaza.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Exactly. So they employ locals, and the locals have made sure ukuthi that kind of that terrain ngiyabo
they actually rule.
But now because umuntu uyabe ehluphekile engelasikhathi sokubala doesn't have that information, la uyaphakamela phezulu ngathiwa nampa abantu abakhoza this kind of situation. Then kuthiwe they were causing crime. Like first before I go to crime, ZEP holders is less than 8% that are employed.
Yeah.
Abanye bazenzela into zabo.
Yes, they're running business.
I saw umsholozi wenye video sithi kulabantu abasuka ngaphandle befike bexotsha mama bethu ezitaradeni babe basebethengisa. But the actual fact is abantu who own those stalls ezitaradeni bona uthengisa amatamati ba registered abantu abaya. But the person who run, the owner of that stall, kwabe ngumSouth African. Abesezorentisa mina. Ngirente kuye ngiyambhadala. Sivumela ukuthi ngibhadala ngeviki ngibhadala ngeviki. Sivumela ukuthi ngibhadala ngenyanga ngibhadala ngenyanga. Go to Bara, go to Yovel Market. Everyone who's there is renting from a South African.
The stand belongs to a South African.
But ngoba bona baye bengafuni ukuthengisa kumbulokuya kwenzayo kungcono somewhere. Abese sithi Mxolisi wena ngani uyakuthanda ukuthengisa udinga indawo yokuthengisa renta kimi. Sengimbhadala. But nxa wena uzubuza uthenga lapha uthole usokhulunywa isishona mbe ukhulunywa isikalanga kumbe ukhulunywa isiMalawi. So sithi basithathele indawo. Awukwazi mina mbhadala umnikazi westand lesiyana ongumSouth African.
Afika wathatha ngodli.
Athatha ngodli and vele I'm not even able to thatha ngodli because uyamba in report ukuthi kulomuntu osenthathele indawo yami.
Yeah.
Uyabona.
Wow. Then the issue of crime.
The issue of crime, yes. We are causing crime. Yes, there are migrants that are causing crime.
Yeah.
In as much as there are South Africans that are xenophobic, but not all South Africans are xenophobic. There are also migrants that are criminals. But that doesn't represent mina lawe singakaze sitshontshe motive ball point.
Yeah.
So, and if you look at the figures, fine, they're astronomically high. We're talking about between 8 and 15% of migrants that are in South African prisons, arrested for one issue or another. But 85% and above, or around 85%, are South Africans.
Yeah.
We're not saying ukuthi right ukuthi ama-migrants adala amacala, because that is why we are victims of crime.
Absolutely.
Even by our own people.
Absolutely.
And we stand against that.
Yeah.
But the problem comes when we are being generalized, when we are being stereotyped, for political aggrandizement, for political pursuit by other people. Kusifaka enkingeni khona lokho.
Do you think social media is also playing a role in misrepresenting facts? Because I think sometimes people just throw around numbers and things without really reading or getting it from relevant authorities.
Yeah, it is, but on both ways. Social media it's supposed to be a place where we communicate, where we share ideas, where we sell our stuff, our services. But we have transformed it, especially Tina Bantu Abamnyama. We have used the social media as a fighting ground.
Yeah.
Ungazi uhambe kuzim Twitter uzothola amaZimbabweans esilwa political lapho ngadingi khona ipolitics. Sibonile abantu South Africa idlala le Mexico besupporta iMexico bethuka ama South Africans. We have seen into eziningi senzakala. We have seen Zimbabweans insulting South Africans. And South Africans labo aba xenophobic would take that. Bakufake they've got a huge following, abanye bala millions of followers. Ayithatha i-screenshot ayifake lapha.
And then it
athi liyababona abantu labo ukuthi basidelela kanjani kithi. So it inflames that. So yes, kulabantu like I've said ukuthi uphakela said ukuthi kule 100 million migrants here in South Africa. Jacinta, they are raising figures abahlukeneyo. Even politicians are coming up with a number of things as unverified, qualified statements baposte kwampa bayazi ukuthi i-Twitter of course iyabuya ifike i-community note ukuthi hayi into le ayikho okuyikho, but i-Facebook doesn't do that. So kugcina laba abaqamba amanga sebeqamba amanga, laba abathukanayo ama-Zimbabweans la asethuka ama-South Africans, Nigerians are now insulting South Africans, labo futhi bathola that place, that platform ukuthi bagcine sebethukana. So i-social media is inflaming rather than watering down the situation. So at the end of the day, because thina Africans, let me say, sivele si negative asikaze sibe positive. So we have used social media as a ground yokuthi silwele. Then the monetization, which is not a bad thing. Banengi abantu who are earning monetization besenza izinto ezi-right.
Yes.
But now kulabanye, like, you have to be creative to monetize.
Yes.
Where creativity fails,
then people start
ukuhamba sebekhuluma indaba zabantu ngamanga, sebestoka ama-flames, because they know ukuthi i-engagement pays you. So they would want to do that, but they don't consider the future ngoba yena umuntu safe kasela ndaba ukuthi kusasa kuzayenzakalana.
They don't consider the sensitivity.
They don't.
I think one of the things that I will even share to both to all Africans, let me not just pick South Africa and Zimbabwe because I'm familiar with it, but to any African really, the social media doesn't forget. Ngelinye ilanga kulento enkulu ozofuna ukubuya uzoyenza eSouth Africa usubuyele eMalawi. And then you apply for a particular visa, and then they go through your social media. They say, "But you said this about us."
Exactly.
So these are things that we should also we should consider that.
It's already happening in the West.
Yeah.
You can't go to America. One, now profile they don't consider your visa.
Yes. Yeah.
And ba-check history yakho last 5 years. Ubusithini
Yes.
America.
Yeah.
Nama friends why.
Yes.
So ngathola ukuthi wena you were anti-America in your agenda.
Yeah.
Bakuncisha i-visa. And akula ukuthi what delete. When was deleted, they can easily retrieve ama-chats akho nalana amadala bakuthi ndoda because of ABCD. Ngilo mngani wami olikomanisi. Wayefuna i-transit visa to Venezuela udlule America. Bamncija.
Yes.
But wena ulikomanisi wena kahle kahle siyasibuza sithi na wena imperialist force. Funani udlule endaweni.
Mina I know ukuthi America ngeke nike vele visa because from 2018-2019 ngikhuluma ukuthi uTrump vele uyabheda uyangithola, so I accepted. So I think people also do not know ukuthi lezi zinto phambili zisazos affecta kulezi zinto that yes you are going to say because vele you mean that and you are standing up for your rights.
Exactly.
But ama insults asikhuza nini leyo yona
siqaleni ngokwazana kwaJoy.
Yes.
Yabona into leyo usuyenza lapha ndoda. Ngibone ngani.
Yes.
Ayikho right because of ABCD ndoda. Ngicela ukuthi into leyo
maybe yehlise, maybe word it different. You know.
Than ukuthi sichayela izandla.
No.
Ukuthi hawo batshelile hawo bathina South Africa la ngesizwe ngawo
no Kenya is not going to help.
Sisemzini madoda. Whether wena ukho la awusozubuye la kulesihlobo sakho esila.
That's it.
Kunomuntu omaziwe la ngasohlobo sakho. There is a fellow African who is here. Ukholisana
even if they are not Zimbabwe.
Exactly. Ukholisana ngebloodshed.
Let's not fuel this thing. I've asked for at some point when I asked, I said some of our African brothers and sisters that are in the diaspora or who are back home feel like they can say anything because they're not here.
Yes.
We want you to know that it affects us who are here.
Exactly.
I've said because now the generalization comes in now where people start saying abantu bakuni bayasithuka and we become everything sesiba under one umbrella.
And kumele sibe le broad view yokuthi oqala there's a lot of geopolitics happening. And one of the aims ngibone lo Thabo Mbeki ekhuluma ukuthi one of the aims zonke lezi zinto there is a third hand.
There are many third hands.
Upheaval esiyibona.
Absolutely.
Using people's suffering to try and steer it discourse to a certain extent. We know what South Africa took Israel to the ICJ. International Court of Justice. Over what is happening in Gaza. And believe you me, you don't go against Israel.
Yeah.
Especially with African country.
Yeah.
So,
because vela basibone.
Exactly. So there is, which is of course yet to be proven, there is this second thought yokuthi mhlawumbe these jingoistic political parties and these xenophobic vigilante groups are being paid to steer this agenda. You remember kwaqala kwaba le ndaba ye-white genocide,
yes,
which was proven to be wrong.
Yes.
And South Africans and Africans united around that. The EU,
yes,
that no, akula genocide.
Yes.
We don't stand with that.
Yes.
So it died down. Ama-Afrikaners ayehambile e-America ended up coming back. Abanye are fighting to come back. So leyana sifile. The second agenda would be to say East South Africa is against fellow Africans, to isolate East South Africa from other African countries, so that my isichaywa isimeyodo,
no one is going to stand with them.
So Tina one kumele singavumi ukuthi ama-South Africans are xenophobic. There are South Africans that are xenophobic. We know them. There are political parties that we know. There are vigilante groups that we know which are xenophobic.
Yes.
But it's not every South African. Otherwise ngabe wonke ama-South Africans are xenophobic. Ngaba sisekho la.
Otherwise ngabe wonke ama-South Africans are xenophobic. You're not going to see South Africans that are standing against this. If you go online, on Twitter, on Facebook,
millions, you see. So and ngabe vele sebasixotsha bonke abanye ngabe bakhona abasivikela. Human Rights Commission in South Africa is fully South African. Kulabo CACs kopana nge-Africa against xenophobia. These are South Africans and they're saying lento leyi i-wrong, oku-right yilokhu lalokhu.
And they are saying yes, deal with illegal immigration. Deal with it. We're not saying don't deal with it, but do not...
Within the ambit of the law.
Exactly. Do not be violent and whatnot. On the 2nd of January, Grant Arthur Gochin wrote in the Times of Israel and said, Africa must fragment South Africa first.
You see? And South Africa is the melting pot of Africa.
Yeah.
This is where everyone who sought solace, who sought political comfort, came to. This is our Mecca. It's the Mecca of Africa.
Yes, true.
So we all come here and converge. But if you disintegrate South Africa, abusoze kuhlupheka maso. Ngiyabona abantu bethi lalisa ungafisi ukuthi South Africa ife ukwenzela ukuthi ama-South African kusasuka sitshela ukuthi lalisa so.
Thank you so much.
Asikhulekeleni ukuthi South Africa iqhubeke ikhuphuka ingumondlo wezintandane, but asilungiseni amazwe wethu wenze ukuthi this lord ese-South Africa lathi siyithathe. If you are right, South Africa right, Namibia right, Botswana right, we share this pattern.
That's it.
Because it's an African pattern.
Trade is going to boom across this region where we're able to go to South Africa and buy what we want. South Africa comes to us and buy what they want, and then we live in harmony. So Cape Exit, we've heard about the Cape Exit also. Do you think is also part of this whole thing? That side, a separate country, there's some secession being spoken about.
I wouldn't say it is unless they are linked. I would say, besides the Israeli issue, there is electioneering, and also there is this agenda yokuthi South Africa ibe isolated altogether. Cape Exit iyodwa. Is some right-wing Afrikaners pushing to be on their own. But lokho okwenzakala manje, there are people who are paid. I will tell you ukuthi abanye abantu who are organizing these marches, like kuma grassroots, the commanders who are organizing these marches, and those that are at the forefront are being paid 500 rand. And I have that on good authority. I've interviewed people who say ukuthi sipatala 500. Some of the people that are even going there are not even part. They don't even believe in that. I want to join up because they thought there would be a chance for looting. But now the good thing is the government has realized what if you saw Councillor Yeoville, he was leading people to Yeoville police station to open cases. Zama window and these are South Africans are being affected by those. So I wouldn't say what he kept.
It's not that linked. Zimbabweans are going back home buses are seen. I think I saw people at some point saying, no, why are Zimbabweans not going back home? I can confirm in good authority that Zimbabweans are going back home. At some point, there was 20 buses leaving in one day. The following day, 16 buses.
Yeah.
And we're seeing also our bus companies coming together as well and trying to assist. I heard people complaining, but say, hey, why this? It's just that also for security reasons,
Yes,
they are keeping all this hush.
Yeah.
What's next for Zimbabweans that are going home? Back home?
Yeah, just to add to what it was day before yesterday.
Yeah.
I-government ikhipha ifigure yokuthi ama-Zimbabweans that have come back since May into leyiqala bayafika 67,000.
Yeah.
Asebehambile.
I can't believe that.
Singakhulumi ngaba-repatriate kuphela.
Yeah.
And there are several Zimbabweans that are queuing to go home. Maningi kakhulu.
Yeah.
Your question is what next for them? I wouldn't say ukuthi ama-Zimbabweans angene ku-politics because akula politics in Zimbabwe right now. There is no political party engathi we can rally behind this political party. We have individuals abame lapha lalapha. And all these individuals, exactly. And all these individuals are not doing it for the people. They are doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
And we keep seeing the same names that we know already. Ziyizo futhi ezifuna ukuthi kulalelwe zona. And these are people who have failed since 2000. Ukuthi basteer iZimbabwe to a better discourse. And we have had these conversations before. Ukuthi the last thing you can give a government that is eager for war is war.
Yeah.
Yambona abantu bethi kasibuyeleni sochayiza sikhiphe. There's never been anywhere.
Yeah.
Post liberation eAfrica. Okwaba lo mvukela waphumelela.
Yeah.
Awukaze.
Yeah. Exactly.
Including amakhuzi.
Yes.
The only coup esingathi yaphumelela ngaGaddafi.
Yes.
Forget about Burkina Faso. Most of the stuff that we're hearing is just lies.
It's propaganda.
Propaganda efakwa ku social media. And ifakwa yithi esingasibona ukuthi you never see umuntu eBurkina Faso ebhala lapha nesithi yena lapha into ziyahamba.
I've seen content creators, sorry to cut you off, I've seen content creators that travel into Burkina Faso and try and get the Burkina Faso story. And the people they can't talk about their country.
Exactly.
That's one thing that I've noticed.
That must tell you something. So other than Gaddafi, there was another coup which was led by NATO in France, Libya.
Yeah.
We know what Libya is now. Libyans are dying. They see Italy of all the countries.
Yeah.
So let's not wish for coup.
Yeah.
And we're not happy. We're not happy. So ama-Zimbabweans mina ngakutsho ukuthi nxa ubuyela ekhaya lawo ngabuyela kusasemanje because eventually lapha asivumeni ukuthi asisafuneki. Whether abantu abathile basifuna or not, the environment no longer wants us.
The air we breathe tells you.
The employment market is shrinking.
Yep.
Economy of South Africa is going down.
Yes.
And lathi sokumele ukuthi sithi hayi siyabonga sesibuyela kithi. But nxa ubuyela le ulenhlanhla ongakahambi. Osasele chance yokuthi ayenze something. Let's think about business.
Yeah.
iZimbabwe iyakhuphuka ngemining right now.
I've seen
iZimbabwe iyakhuphuka agriculturally now, right now. There's opportunities in climate change.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's think about that. Ingqondo kumele sibe layo ukuthi okay, we have come to South Africa, we've seen a number of things. Let's go back home. Start afresh. Nzakhuluma kulo ndoda, many of you know him, uMandoza,
Yes.
the co-owner of Ndozis.
Yes.
This guy into ayenze ekhaya inkulu kakhulu.
Yeah.
He's got a construction company. He's building a butchery now. Le replica of Ndozis le.
But we're still la.
Manje yena usukele vele wahle wazikhethe ukuthi hayi iSouth Africa watshentshile le funtoda. Ilizwe leli forget about abantu. Ilizwe lona environment ayisasifuni.
Yes.
And he's one guy who is gifted spiritually.
Yeah, I know
wakhuluma
that.
ukuthi lizandandela.
Yeah.
Kodwa yenze ungaze nilandela ngala.
Yeah.
Wena ngumfowethu. Sifike sihlale sonke ngikuphe free meal. Mebuya buchayekile.
Yes.
Ngutshela ama opportunities that are there. He's there, umdala unyati is there. Bayenza bonke izinto. So let's Ulavita.
Maybe let me cut you off also here if you continue there from Ulavita.
Yeah.
There's an episode Konala where we spoke to Esponoguhle Moyo who left South Africa.
I know.
She became an agent and whatnot. Right now I've seen she's bought 2 cars, I think, since she left and went back there. And the same way we came here, the same hope we carried, or the same hope that carried us into South Africa, we should take that and multiply it going back home.
Exactly.
The spirit of hustling, the resilience, all that we have, the fact that we managed to survive in South Africa, in a foreign land.
And some of us not even employed.
Let's go back.
Exactly. So, yeah. Ulavita is showing us izinto ezenzakaleka ama-opportunity. Ulavita is a very rich guy.
He's got no reason to do that.
But usebased kakhulu ekhaya. He's investing back home now. And kule into esingayinanzeleli thina especially ama-Zimbabweans. We come here, sihlangane njenge-community like when we Mbizingwe. I know ukuthi probably eMbizingwe lile village lokuzeni burial society elilayo lini elichaya khona izimali every month.
Yes.
You've got money maybe that run up to 300,000.
Yeah, ekhona.
Why don't you take that man le Mbizingwe
Eqala
project ezaletha imali.
Ikhona iproject ekhona engekhe fattening next to it kule ngadi wesenza ama veggies and then ama veggies lawana ehanjiswa emarket.
Uyabo, you can build on that. Let's take that man. Sihlanganeni. Now usehlule uwedwa obviously abanye sekwalothi we don't have financial literacy. Ngaba le 10,000 laba ngisalalila sendlini. But there are people within the community abantu abanjabo ukugupta. Ukugupta is now based at home.
Yeah, I've seen.
Right. It's like let's invest ekhaya senzeni something. Siphumele into ezepolitics akosisizi vele lokuyana. Fine abafuna politics
abangene kuyo.
Thina sijaye sijoine ukuthi sesiyavota ngoba bathengele sedentry. But let's think about empowering ourselves ekhaya and rebuilding our country economically. iZimbabwe iyabuyela futhi ibe anje ama elections asekho 2028 naseko 2030.
Wait, kulento engilokuyikhuluma, but remember we are toxic.
Yeah.
So much that if I point out something that is good in Zimbabwe, sengingowezana.
Yes.
There is ZANU-PF and there is the country.
Yes.
And these are different. We can call it whatever we want to call it. I travel to Zimbabwe every month.
Yes.
And you know what is helping me do that? It is Zimbabwe more than South Africa.
Yes.
It is the businesses or the things that I'm doing in Zimbabwe that are making me travel, helping me travel every month.
Exactly.
Now, while in Zimbabwe, I've traveled around. And I wasn't aware enough to see some of the infrastructure development that is happening.
Yes.
Whether I agree with what's happening or not politically, such is happening.
Exactly.
So I'm actually aligning this to what you said, Uguti. Zimbabwe will rise, but it's not going to be awakened by politicians. It is me and you.
Exactly. Yeah, because like you're saying, there is ZANU-PF, which is the ruling party.
Yeah.
There is government.
Yes.
I can't demand from a ZANU-PF structure anything.
Yeah.
But I can demand of a government.
Yeah.
One, Kadeza Bandu, they're in a crisis, they're in distress. We must demand that the government rises up. We did that.
Yeah.
And the government has risen up.
Yes.
Yeah. Kunabanye abakhanyiswa ngama-auspices of the party.
Yes.
Asilani lakho bangaze bayeke bahlanda abantu.
Yes.
Whether batshontsha imali babatshontsha mali sekungena sikwethu bazadilwa labo umthetho.
Yeah.
But i-government we must demand of services from the government. Mangifuna mina ukuyolima ekhaya, I must make sure ukuthi ngiyahamba ku-government.
Yes.
Ngiyademanda certain things that are supposed to provide for me to make sure ukuthi ngiyaphumelela ngokulima kwami.
Yeah.
But like you are saying, there is a lot of infrastructural development that I'm seeing it on social media because I was last in Zimbabwe in 2023, which is not a good thing, by the way. But the approach is that I'm running there with a partner who relocated to Zimbabwe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Tina, instead of futhi sibe sithi why bekwenza manje, why bengakwenzanga nini, we must be saying, okay, how do we make sure ukuthi this seed of development that has been planted
part of
germinates and even blossoms, igcine isisinikeza i-harvest enkulu. Let's be part of that. There is a popular slogan that some people want to unpopularize. Inyika inowaka nebenwe bayo, ilizwe lakhiwa ngabanikazi bayo. Let's try that. Tina sibe ngabanikazi belizwe.
It should work for everyone, for all of us. Whether we like it or not, it's one of those things that if we have given up on ourselves, then we will not participate in those conversations. But the fact that me and you still want to live, build, have our families, and
there's something that government must do. there's certain things that us as citizens must also do and meet the government halfway. Whether siyayithanda or masiyithanda, and kuvotiwe bawin.
You know what happened along the way?
Yeah.
The economy of the country became dysfunctional.
Yeah.
When we left to these countries that we went to, there are things that we experienced for the first time and we got excited. Most of it, the rights and the freedom of speech and whatnot. And we then started expressing ourselves mostly when we were outside. We got used to it, we got comfortable. So much that even when opportunities arose back home, we're not seeing it because we're only focused on the bad that has been done or that is happening and whatnot. Whereas there are people who are emotionally intelligent enough to say, yeah, they're by a bit, but I'm going to build. You are mentioning people like Abu Gupta, you've got Abu Ginger. There are people that have gone back home. Omadlela went back home. Osbono, as I mentioned, I know people, a lot of people personally that have gone back home. But I'm also learning recently when I reach out to someone in this service that I want from them. They're like, no, I moved back home 2 months ago. I'm like, wait. You understand? So this means the ground is fertile. You mentioned mining. I think those are spaces that we can go and attempt. Who knows? Now, we have an issue now where there are people that were evicted and they left, and then we have people that are still remaining in South Africa, mainly because abantwana basesikolo, we need them to finish the term or a year or whatnot. What advice do you give to these people that are still remaining and looking into still eventually going back home?
Yeah, like I've said, ukuthi unenhlanhla osasela osasele chance. This is the time for you to sit down, uyele ku drawing board uthi eventually I will go back home, because akusekho ukuthi uthi siyaqhubeka sila. Sengaqhubeka lenkani. But those who are still trying to finish certain things, nxa umntwana esase primary akulanto wrong ukuthi ubuyele ekhaya. As long as ready ukuthi wena uyakule ndawo yokufika kusafika lapha zakhohlwa into eziningi. But qala ukuthi ubhale phansi ukuthi wapha udile labantu futhi abasekhaya abaningi, yiphi opportunity engafika ngene kiyo lapha. And enye into esibulalayo ukuthi we are tribally divided. Business doesn't care ukuthi ulishona ulindele ulikhala
mali amala ibhalwanga lokho.
So look for opportunities not only ku province yakho. Look for opportunities anywhere in Zimbabwe. Lapho eza kusakhona opportunity yana. We came here to South Africa as super South Africans. So what can stop you from going to Mashonaland Emathebeleland in your own country? Lapho ngasozukuze khona passport ozafika register izinto oziregister ngecard lakho ID card yakho. So let's start talking to abantu besekhaya and even searching the internet for what we can do better there in Zimbabwe engasenza siphakame, because most of the people esiyalela lapha eSouth Africa will tell you the truth. Nxa inyanga iphelile so namhla inyanga ithini ithi 5 istress abantu abalazo ukuthi becichelwa ugethe mhla ka7 zinengi kakhulu ekhaya ambondi kulomuntu oba le stress serent. Exactly. Kuphe town uzokuhlala ekhaya ufika uchaya isibaya ufuya imbuzi leziyana ungazifuya kahle zibe ziningi kumbe inkukhu zezemakhaya.
Khathi sekhaya vele umasalule Starlink. Akunjele with my PC, my phone, I can even work online.
Exactly. Ekhaya manje sokumnandi vele kakhulu sokumnandi kakhulu. So let's think about opportunities that we can do back home. If you don't have that capital, talk to people, lihlangane libe banengi. Lihlale lisasemanje into yakhona.
Start putting money away.
The stuff that I'm doing kulo kuzeni manje ngenza i-poultry. I got a new place lo umuntu esasifunda sonke. We will be doing ipigari. Le mbuzi. So abantu kabaqale manje ukuthi ahla plane kumbe ngoba uthumela ama 2 cents ngokwa. But wathumeli esihlobeni ngoba lizaxabana. Thumela emntwini omtrustayo. Kumbe uzigcinele uhambe layo. Olihlangane libe baningi lihambe vele kakhulu. Kulenye lokuzeni i-cooperative engiyaziyo ukuthi umama what they are buying solar panels, they are buying ama-gas stoves, they are buying
mama bempumelelo.
Buying into eziningi eziyakhaya. Uyabona abantu laba vele they are thinking about going back. So isisikhathi sokuthi si wind up impilo zethu eSouth Africa. Sibe siqala ukulungisa impilo ezintsha ekhaya.
another opportunity that is there for people that are moving back, that maybe we're working in corporate and doing just about admin, project management and whatnot. You can go back home and become an agent.
Yes.
You spoke about ukuthi families ugcina kudlelwana imali. There are reputable agencies, like I mentioned, Uspono Moyo, who is doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Tina, we actually at some point indlu yayikolota because a family member wayedla imali. We got her to come in, and then she made sure ukuthi ama-tenants alaphana, they will pay rent to her. She eventually cleared isikoloto lesiyana and also did other things, renovations in the house. So I think some people can also look into that when they go back home, become an agent, a runner, or whatever.
Exactly.
South Africa is still going to allow us to come in. There's something that you want to come and buy in South Africa, be that person, be the bridge, for the people in the diaspora and whatnot. In closing, you mentioned, you touched on the issue of a tribe. It is sensitive at some times, but we need to talk about it, because I think a lot of people miss out on opportunities because we start separating ourselves. I'll mention this. I've been to the buses, I've been to a consulate where people are living, and majority of people that are living are Shona speaking. I cannot quantify and give you the correct figures, but I am picking up that a lot of people from Matabele and Midlands region, I'm not seeing them living, and I'm afraid we might have very soon a situation where they are saying we're being marginalized, some people are given first preference. But I don't think anyone goes into houses and takes people to the buses. It's voluntarily.
There is a flip side to that. First and foremost, without trying to get to sound tribal or to kupula Amandebele. Amandebele with those kind of people, abati, we don't want to showcase ukuhlupeka kwethu.
There's like some sense of pride.
Exactly, we've got that pride. That's why.
Okay. All right.
Okay. That's why you will never. Bekules prof as nesenze ibheki because ikhona. I don't think you have met his prof as khulumisa. It's not because eMatabele does last prof.
Yes.
It's because ile pride lana uthi nxa umama wami ezehamba ebheka. What does that say about me?
And that family structure protects that
individual. Indebele ngangcono liye kumachonisa ndiyocela imali ukuthi ligibele liye ekhaya than ukuthi liyeziveza ukuthi lona selibaleka what exactly. So that's the other thing. Then okwesibili thina ama-Zimbabweans sengikhuluma i-tribe general, not about semphumile kuleyana ekubuyela ekhaya. We failed to be like kulamazwe ayi-2 engiwathanda kakhulu. They are Jews, ama-Israelites. Umjuda ungaze umthole ngaphi, uyazwana lo hulumende kazwani layo, ulijuda. Oz i-allegiance yakhe to Israel. Attack Israel lwana umuntu uyabe ezondana lawo. Kulabantu be-Rwanda. After uKagame came into power, with Tutsi, by the way, after the genocide, he instilled ilokuzindane ukuthi for the nation to live, the tribe must die. Ungahlangana nomuntu we-Rwanda la wedwa wasuke evalekela uKagame umbuzo uthi ngumhlobani, umTutsi kumbe ngumHutu. Uyathi mina ngumRwanda ungambuzi lidle lexabani wona lapho. So it's because they've killed tribe and said we are Rwandan. AmaJuda vele angikwazi ukuthi kulama tribes balawo. It's because they pay allegiance to their country. Thina ama-Zimbabweans, we came here, we failed to be that. Individually bakhona abathi kulabantu amangizonda mina because I said I'm proudly Zimbabwean. Ngabona abaye bekuthuka ukuthi wena wawuzilinka lamashona wena uthi yena ulisho vele sasibona, yabona. So at the end of the day, it's not what tribe you are. It's okokuqala wena ungumuntu yikuphi okuvulela ama opportunities. Yikuchona ulabantu besindebeleni bodwa, yikuchona labesikhalangeni bodwa, yikuchona labesishoneni bodwa, kumbe yikulanda wonke umuntu ongakukhuphula entweni oyenza kumbe akuphi opportunity entweni oyenza. Because at the end of the day, there's no way we can wish one tribe or another away. We coexist, and uNkulunkulu engafuni ukuthi siphile sonke
bengasihlanganisa.
Usihlanganise for a reason. Let's be Zimbabweans. siyenze into ezasikhuphula as individuals singamaZimbabwe singahlangana mina lawe sithengiselane sikhuphula ama business wethu
Yes.
so i2
Yeah.
iZimbabwe lezakhuphuka ngakho nalokho it doesn't matter imali ayibuyibhali ukuthi lengeshona lana ngekhala
Yeah.
imali let's make money but at the end of the day si make sure futhi ukuthi lelizwe lethu siyalikhuphula kwenze ukuthi we are living this country we are borrowing it from a future generation.
Yep.
When they take over from us kumele bethi ilizwe lethu beliliphethe kahle.
Yes.
Silo labadala laba because ilizwe lethu abaliphathanga kahle.
Kakhulu.
So let's make sure ukuthi siyazikhuphula thina individually first into engakusizi ngalutho phuma kiyo ekusizayo ngena kiyo because at the end of the day our children will urinate on our graves mase siyehlulekile ukuthi sibabekele something abazafika kiyo as a soft landing position so ngacanga ukuthi uzakuya eEurope uye ngaphi ngaphi at the end of the day amandla omuntu ayaphela.
That's it.
I'm 50 years old now.
Yeah.
Senjadisile.
Yeah.
Was born. Amandla ami asephelile. Angise even la ngambhala story I'm back writing by the way.
Yeah.
But
akusafani
intshuku njengayo le ayisekho endizo vele la ngambhala so yazizwe ngikhathele sempombe kwenza ethi ngifuna imali but ngikhathele so at the end of the day mawusu ukhathele ikusikhathi kumele ubuyele khona ekhaya but akubuyeleke ekhaya nxa ungenzanga lutho uzafika ube lihuze la vela uchaya isimara awula send so at the end of the day abanye futhi bayekela kuye ekhaya because
bakuhleka abantu
ukuthi abalantu abafikela kiyo umuntu ongathumela ilutho so ufika sukugile so kugcina abantwana babo makhelwana kumbe ngabazukulu abantwana babo sisi wena ubungathumeli lutho ekhaya.
No, thank you so much. I think touching on topics like these really it helps. If you are watching, share your thoughts with us. Spread the word. Take a link of this thing. Share into your community groups, into the church groups. We have always seen our community coming together and trying to empower one another. We once had Aboasakane, the different groups, which at the moment I think we are failing in trying to communicate a positive message to the people. I think this is the time where we really need each other the most as Zimbabweans. From Matebele land, I'm seeing a lot of people donating into the cause that we're working on, and I can confirm, I can sit here and say that the resources, that the food we make, the pampers and the sanitary pads that we are donating, we don't get there and ask, where are you from?
Yes.
So if we can come together and do these little things like this now, I think we can do more. I love the idea that you shared of people coming together. Abantu have been doing a stock fair. Imagine taking a stock fair and going and opening a butcher, a case,
exactly.
or a bakery. One thing about Zimbabwe is that people do buy bread every day.
Yes.
And there's someone out there who thinks it's impossible.
Yeah.
People buy bread every day. People buy shebo every day, and people travel in Zimbabwe. And now there's things like Abo InDrive, where in the city, abantu bayaphila nge-InDrive, because now you've got people that are coming from the diaspora who say, okay, I left my car, I don't want to get into a taxi, let me use the InDrive. So there's quite a lot that is happening, and people are building
yeah, and angazi isikhathi sakho sisavuma but ukhulume ngendaba zama first about ama community groups that we had. You were part of those, and you still have another group that you have. But yikho futhi obona khona futhi inzondo esilayo is especially abantu beMatebele le. Bengikhuluma noMadlela kwelindanga ngazokhuluma noMapresa just yesterday. Thina sile problem ukuthi singabona uJoyce engani sephumelela. So kumele uJoy lapho esihlangana khona abe yitopic.
Yes.
Why uzenza abani? What ubone sokuqhamuka abantu ngama mask. Sibe kuthuka ukuma donation uyenze somewhere. Wena Joy ama donation abantu eveli kanjalo. Unobuhle bamthuka kakhulu. Yabona wonke umuntu enye indoda yathi thina sile asidubekeni sonke syndrome. There's no reason why Asakane to die. Isifile phela literally sokushaywana izinto ezingelamsebenzi lapha. Ezilomsebenzi that you guys were doing. Building because you built. There was a virtual community, but you transformed it into a physical community, which exists.
It still exists
in
today.
People to people community. And it was doing its name. Then we must make sure we go back. Revive. We meet again. bezokhalisa umndeni because we know this person physical asimazele ku Facebook but we can revive that even physically. Then ama donations without trying to take anything away. It's brilliant what you guys are doing. But asicabangeni futhi la ngento sustainable.
Absolutely.
Because we can donate ama books today to abantwana besikolo. We can donate fine umntwana esikolo imfundo vele is sustainable. Umntwana la nxa eseqedile
I'm sure you want to say into fana lokudla into eziphelayo.
Exactly, eziphelayo lezi ukuthi why don't we say okay the immediate now kumele abantu badle. Let's donate that. But on top of that,
what's long term?
There is a community here. Why don't we come and say we are donating towards this particular community to start a certain project ezasiza abantu abahluphekayo baleyo community. Labo of course ababesebenza lapho. I'm not saying it is wrong what you are doing. It's 100% correct and I'm for it. Lama I've donated here and there. But I'm saying asiwenzeni kungezeleleke kunjani. I know izandla zimfitshana kakhulu and uzokhathala lawo kwendawo ngezinduku ezabe zikuchaya ngine ngiyakubona ufuna ukukhathala I remember ukuthi vele nitwa uhlala usithola forget about that yabona.
No, I really love this is how we are closing it. So also just to add there are projects that we are also doing. But because of the negativity and the toxicity, we've chosen to take them off mostly Facebook. Ewana, the community came together. I'm part of that community. Because of the work we have done, Sakane, Abadala Benda approached me and said, come work with us. We're building a secondary school. We've done 2 blocks. Right now we're busy with the cottage. And I love that you mentioned that so that people can also hear that there are projects like that. It has taken so long. But I say, Indluliana is opela. And we have to then start workshopping and educating our community about crowdfunding. It's a huge thing. It happens in America where they do big things. Where we can, I'm a GoFundMe, where people in the diaspora, even people that are not from our own country, are able to also donate. Where we build schools, we build clinics. Forget about people that will complain about, why are you doing this? Where's the government? Let's do what we can, where we are with what we have. You will never know. You mentioned Utabantu who urinate on our graves. But you know what will make them really do that is because now we live it in a different era. Abadala bethu babengela social media. We are angry at them, but we don't have information about them. Our kids will have information about us. No, Sabonga Kuru, thank you so much for coming. As I said, please go and follow AVG News.
The AVG Reality.
AVG Reality. Yes, please go and follow. Kulabantu abaningi sometimes that when uthola ukuthi maybe I'm talking about something uzobethi yini nale what's happening, please go and read. That's why you have to follow AVG News, AVG Reality wenzela ukuthi ube up to date with what's happening. Podcast yabantu sayithethe indawo. Danko.
Siyabonga.
Afuni podcast yabantu